Hey everybody, I'm Lionel Vitale. Welcome to the Top 10. It's been crazy in the National Football League. Let's get right into it. All right, number 10 this week. We're gonna get right into it. My number 10 team this week, the Dallas Cowboys. Now you say, well, why is Dallas still in your top 10? Because they were in my top 5 last week, so they get a drop. They played the best team in football this week. They got it handed to them. Hey, how humbling, but they're still my number 10, the Dallas Cowboys. All right, my number 9, the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Chargers had the week off, so I can't kick them out of my top 10 because they had the week off. They have everything going for them. The quarterback's playing well, a nice young roster. I like the Chargers at number 9. At number 8 this week is the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens took a hit. The Ravens lost a big game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in the final seconds. So I'm gonna give them a little grace. So they'll be my number 8 this week, the Baltimore Ravens. At number 7, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, they had a week off in Seattle, but they've played so well for Coach Pete Carroll. They've been just dynamic. They're playing hard on defense. They're playing hard on offense. I love what they're doing in Seattle. They're my number 7. At number 6, Buffalo. Buffalo went out to England. They went out there and played against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they were like sleepwalking in that game. Now, Buffalo played, they hung in there, but they lost the game. But I got to keep them in my top 10 because Buffalo is a good football team. Buffalo is my number 6. At number 5, wow, I'm excited about this team, the Detroit Lions. Okay, Coach Campbell. Coach Dan Campbell, that team plays like him. Dan was a tough guy when he played. His team is tough on offense, on defense, on special teams. Everybody's tough on that roster. I love the Detroit Lions at number 5. At number 4 this week, guys, the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins played this week against the Giants. Yeah, they beat the Giants. But they still did it. What I love about the Dolphins, all that speed at receiver, at running back, the quarterback, Tua. We love Tua. So Miami's my number 4. At number 3 this week, the number 3 team in the National Football League for me is the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. I watched the game, and this guy is so automatic. It's beautiful to watch. Whenever you watch him play, you're like, wow, I'm just going to shut up and listen. And it's just fun to watch. The guy finds a way to be a magician out there on the field. Love Patrick. Everybody, who doesn't like Patrick Mahomes? They're number 3. At number 2, Philadelphia. I call them a model of consistency. Every week, they just know how to win games. Whether they play their best game or their worst game, they come out with the win. Jalen Hurts now is turning into a star. I love the team. I love what they're doing in Philadelphia. They're good in all phases. Offense, defense, special teams. They had a nice game this week versus the Rams. The number 1 team in the National Football League, I shouldn't even have to even say who it is because anybody who knows football, whether it's your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, your dad, your little sister, everybody knows the San Francisco 49ers is the best team in the National Football League. They have it all. Organizationally, they have it from the top. Their coach is brilliant. Their players are just tough and explosive and violent. You saw the beating they put on the Dallas Cowboys this week? It's like the big boys beating the little boys. Listen, it wasn't like I was disappointed. They just showed everybody who they were. They confirmed it. Everybody thought, okay, they had a good chance, but they are so good. Just a great team to watch. The San Francisco 49ers is my number 1 team, and I don't know if anybody could beat them. All right, Pam, all these questions, and I know people are coming at us. Hey, can you come in and help me with that?
Yes, I sure will. Hello, everybody. Greetings. And you know what? Every week we have these great questions and we want to make sure that we keep them coming at you. So we had Tony from North Carolina. He says, how will Dallas bounce back from that beatdown they got their booties handed to them per se?
Well, it was just a true beatdown. If it was a fight, it would have been stopped. And listen, those guys in San Francisco took their players out in the fourth quarter. They didn't play their regular players. They could have hung 50 points on Dallas.
Why is he talking about America's team?
Well, no, it is what it is. Now, Dallas is going to bounce back because they have pride. They have some tough people in that organization, on that football team. They're going to bounce back, but they have a lot of work to do.
Okay, so as we continue to go, San Francisco wins each and every time because they're putting in the work and they're doing what they're doing. So what you think about that?
If San Francisco plays like they played this past weekend, I don't think anybody in the NFL could beat them. They had talent at every phase, offense, defense, special teams. They are loaded. They are violent. Their young quarterback, Purdy, is playing like an all-star. Nobody's going to beat them if they play like that in this season.
Purdy is playing real Purdy. Okay, so as we continue to go on, welcome, hello to the Steelers fans out there. I know a few. Will they make the playoffs?
My struggle with the Steelers is their quarterback play. They got great defense. They got great coaching. On offense, it's just as mundane and average as you could find. It's just not good on offense. They got to improve their quarterback play to make the playoff because you got Baltimore, Cincinnati's coming. Cleveland's a good football team. It's going to be, they're winning now, but it's a long shot for Pittsburgh to make the playoffs because they have the worst quarterback in that division.
So what do you do when you're struggling with your quarterback like that and they want to hopefully get to the playoffs?
Well, unfortunately, in the NFL, there's nothing you can do when your quarterback's struggling because you have to wait until the offseason to find a new one, or you have to change the way you use him. But right now, the quarterback situation, they just drafted the kid, but it's going to be hard to win with him in that division.
Okay, we're going to keep y'all in our prayers. But other than that, teams that are on the come up is Detroit and the Chargers.
Yeah, I love Detroit. Dan Campbell was a tough guy when he played. His team in Detroit on offense, on defense, on special teams, they play hard. They're really good. They bang people around. They run the ball. Detroit is a really up-and-coming team. They're moving their way up the top 10 charts. Now, the Chargers have a young team. Didn't play this week, but they're an ascending team. And I can see them really moving up the charts because they can really do it on offense. They have some good pass rushers on defense. I like what they're doing. I see them as a come-up team.
Okay. So what would they have to do to get to the playoffs, to get to the Super Bowl?
Well, they just got to be consistent in their play with their quarterback and with their offense. And when the Chargers are good on offense, they can outscore you. So I like what they're doing. I like where they're going. I like where they're trending.
All right. You know what, you guys? If you have any questions, we take questions each and every week. Make sure you just put them in the chat right here on Top 10.
All right. This is a wrap-up for Week 5. So just remember, everybody loves football.